There's always been something calmly ominous and yet playful about Alexey Voevoda that is hard to put into words. They say still waters run deep, and Alexey's stoic nature and facial expressions reveal a persona that is as unique as it is complex. Alexey is a curious, almost childlike free spirit who spends a lot of time dreaming, thinking, sorting, and resorting the things that he values as he seeks new experiences and, in turn, acquires new wisdom. Individuals such as Alexey, who traffic in complex thoughts and goals, often spend much energy simply controlling where their mind goes. They know that they are often a slave to their wonders and curiosities, aimlessly hopping from one adventurous thought to the next. In this pursuit of control, it becomes necessary to exercise certain kinds of thoughts over and over again, tapping into levels of restraint that perhaps they didn't know were even possible. Alexey, for much of his life, has found this level of control fleeting at times, but it's clear he has now truly become a master over the sandbox of thoughts that have encapsulated him for so long. And while the jury is still out on what Alexey can accomplish at the arm wrestling table moving forward, make no mistake, this 2023 version of Alexey is in full control. And he hopes that this level of control will allow him to firmly ascend to new heights, a lofty endeavor that is attainable but has been complicated by the hype that surrounds the legend of this giant Russian. Truth be told, Alexey is a made man in the arm wrestling world, someone who has been deified by so many who have had the pleasure of seeing arm wrestling's signature documentary, Pulling John. To many, hearing the last name Voevoda evokes so much nostalgia. And no matter how much time passes, no one can forget the godlike aura that surrounded him in the early 2000s. This is such a nice thought, but the cold dish that reality serves up called time takes its toll on everything and everyone. When all is said and done, time ultimately brings everyone face to face with some incredibly harsh realities. And here is Alexey's. Though he is one of the rare individuals who truly empties the clip and literally does not stop until he achieves the singular goal he is chasing, this energy for Alexey always proves fleeting. Alexey's curious mind is always hungry and is always seeking something more, something greater perhaps than this world has to offer. And so, until this something more reveals itself to Alexey, he most likely will venture off into the no man's land known as the abyss of worldly pleasures. Fortunately for us fans, though, Alexey's strong mind and strong will always reel him back in to accept a new challenge. Alexey is nothing if not headstrong, which got me thinking. Do we know any other headstrong perfectionists that aim for the highest of highs, striving for perfection and a willingness to go into deep waters to achieve it? Someone that perhaps is no stranger to the concept of control, but is very tactful in navigating some of the nuanced situations that one might encounter with such lofty endeavors? I think we do. And yet, for as much as they share in common, make no mistake, there are things that set them apart as well. Alexey's childlike nature will at times lend itself to some timid encounters, but the man who comes to mind, by contrast, is incredibly outspoken and has made a name for himself in the arm wrestling community in almost every conceivable capacity and position known to man and woman. He is an expert wordsmith and has proven that he will, in fact, answer the call of loyalty with his head held high when his resolve in such a situation is put to the test. But we'll save the video about Neil Pickup for another time. Before I digress any further, onward we go into the meat and potatoes of this one. What the hell is Alexey Voevoda doing in this eyesore of an exercise? And more disconcertingly, why is he doing it? Alexey is an incredibly smart individual who thinks of his body as a temple. Is he onto something new and innovative with this technique? Or is this simply a diversionary tactic in the arm wrestling world by someone who is playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers? But don't ask me. I'm all set where exercises for the head and neck area are concerned. If you want my honest opinion, I can't think of too many situations where the muscles in the neck need to be anything more than strong enough to provide support. But I can perhaps see that there might be some gains to be had where overall health benefits are concerned. increased range of motion, improved posture, prevention of muscular imbalances, and correction of pain and discomfort in the upper back and shoulders, just to name a few. But last I checked, Alexey wasn't scheduled to pull on arm wars. So in my opinion, this technique will likely fall by the wayside and forever etch itself into arm wrestling lore as one of the most strange, unnerving, and peculiar instructional videos we've ever come across. Thank you guys for watching, and as always, please remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Thanks.